I'm asking you to stop the vehicle.
For what?
I asked you if you have any weapon in the vehicle, and you refuse to answer.
You stopping me for a test? You want about a weapon?
Okay, for my safety, I asked you if you have any weapon in the vehicle.
Call your supervisor.
Okay. Again, I'm gonna ask you, do you have any weapon in the vehicle?
She don't have to answer that question.
Can you unlock the vehicle? Unlock the car door.
On the 9th of March 2026, in Monroe County, Florida, a traffic stop for illegal window tint ended in a criminal arrest, not because the officer overreached, but because the driver operated on legal beliefs that were almost entirely wrong.
Good morning.
What's up?
Purple Angle with Stud PD. Stop before your tent. Your tent is pretty dark, and your windshield is tinted.
Oh, your tent.
Yeah, I see your license, please. Where are you heading today? Any guns in the vehicle for my safety? For my safety? If you're not gonna answer, it's fine, but I would like you to step out of the vehicle after you give me your license, okay?
For what?
Call your supervisor.
Okay.
Am I being detained?
I'm not going to put you in the job.
I asked you if you have any weapon in the vehicle for my safety.
Yeah, that don't have nothing to do with nothing. That don't have nothing to do with the traffic stop. If you stop me for a test, you don't have to see if there's a weapon in the car. What are you talking about?
Do you have your license? Okay.
Yeah, what is he talking about? You stopped me for a traffic ticket. That don't have nothing to do with searching a car. Get his supervisor down there. He is violating your rights. That's my wife. Yeah.
Did you need 33?
What is he talking about? To my son, do you want to check the car for weapons? That don't got nothing to do with nothing. Yeah. Get his supervisor down there. Figure out why he want to search your car. Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, sure.
You can't do that. You just can't search a bitch shit because you want to.
Folks here for you.
What is he talking about?
Before you start digging where I can see, do you have any guns in the vehicle? Again, I'm asking you.
No. You don't have to answer no question.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor for now. Just keep your hands on the steering wheel for me. Just keep your hands on the steering wheel for me for a second, real quick.
If you scared, you don't need to be an officer.
Can you keep your hands on the steering wheel for me? Thank you. Go ahead and hold that window down. Hold this window down.
You said you back on the steering wheel?
Sure, 2192. Can you 56 meter?
Yeah.
Do you have your license?
No, I ain't got it on me.
You have it on you? You say you have it on you?
I said no, I don't have it on me.
Oh, you don't have it on you. Okay. But you do have one. It's valid?
I don't know if it's valid or not. I don't know. You can go there.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll check on it. Okay.
Yeah, what the f is he doing? He violating your rights.
Do you
And
have
his qualified immunity is at jeopardy. What the f is he talking about? Like, you don't know? If you can hear me, sir, your qualified immunity is at jeopardy if you violate our rights. We will shoot you.
Safety, man?
Somebody pick up a game. What's somebody pick up? I'm in somebody's vehicle. Call your supervisor.
Exactly. For a traffic stop? You pulling me out of our car?
Can you step out the vehicle and head out over here? I asked you for my safety if you have any guns in the vehicle.
Where's the supervisor?
He's on his way.
Well, when he come, I ask about the car.
But for my safety, for right now, I'm
because it's not your first
asking you.
time pulling me. This isn't your
You
first
step out
time.
the
This isn't
vehicle.
your first time pulling
Okay.
me.
For my
And when he
safety.
come, I'm making a complaint because it's not your first time pulling me.
Okay.
I'm tired of you pulling me. It's not your first time.
This is the first time I stop you.
No, it's not your first time stopping me.
This is my first time.
This is not your first time stopping me.
Can you
So
step out the vehicle?
Call your supervisor.
He's on his way.
Okay, so when he come, my window's down and my hands on the steering wheel.
For my safety, I'm asking you to step out the vehicle.
Can I deal with? Let me deal with him because I ain't got time talking to you because you sound ignorant. Because you pull me for some shit you want me to sit on my car for what?
Okay. I'm asking you to stop at the vehicle.
For what?
I asked you if you have any weapon in the vehicle, and you refuse to answer.
You stopped me for a test. You want about a weapon?
Okay, for my safety, I asked you if you have any weapon in the vehicle.
Call your supervisor.
Okay. Again, I'm gonna ask you, do you have any weapon in the vehicle?
She don't have to answer that question.
Can you unlock the vehicle? Unlock the car door. Unlock the car door right now, okay? Unlock the vehicle. Start with the vehicle. Start with the vehicle. Turn around, put your body in your back.
He put me in handcuffs, baby.
You under arrest for resisting.
He put me in handcuffs. You want your first time over? He's crazy. Hey!
200.
Do you have any drugs in the weapon on
We
you?
never had drugs, so I just need a doctor's
Let's
appointment.
go in the back of my vehicle, please.
No,
Can I get a record by rotation, please? She requested the supervisor. I rolled the window down. Can you do a tow sheet for me and search the vehicle? Yes, please. She's on the other side. I stopped her for the tent and I asked if she has any gun in the vehicle, any weapon. She refused to answer. And somebody on the phone was in her saying I was violating her right. I didn't have a right to ask her if she has any weapon in the vehicle. And she refused to exit the vehicle for my safety. Okay. Now she's under arrest for resisting. She went to jail. The vehicle is going to get towed. Okay. But she requested the supervisor. She's on the other side. Can you run the hour, please?
I'm trying to make the
6%? Yeah. Check the back too, please. Yeah.
Here 20, all was up. 51, 25 minutes, yeah. Are you able to check the tent, the visibility in the front or not?
No, I don't have that.
You don't have that?
No.
But it's all tinted anyway.
Yeah.
So.
There's 3% on the rear. I have it.
3 on the rear, what's the front?
6.
6 on the front?
Yeah, 3 on the rear. I think those people should leave like that. This one shows 5. Yeah, this one shows 5.
5?
Yeah. And then this one, hey, the back right is 3. So both, the back are both 3.
The back, both?
The back 2 are 3. The left drive, the driver's side is 6, and the passenger side is 5.
The other side is 6?
Yeah, passenger side is 5.
And passenger is
5.
5. And back is 3?
Yeah, both of them are 3.
3 for both. Can you do a tow sheet for me?
Yeah.
I think I'll hook up the speakerphone.
Yeah.
We're going to Mountain County Jail. Your vehicle's going to get towed. Any questions? Let me ask her if she wants.
Go ahead.
Do you want your phone and your purse to go to jail with you? Yep. Can you search, look through here?
I haven't yet. No, I just want to make sure. Here, you hold that. I'll look through it. And lottery tickets and cash.
Okay, I'll put this in it.
Nothing.
Close it up. I have your purse, your phone. I'm gonna put them in the front seat here. When you get to the jail, you get them.
3-8.
I don't know how to. I don't have the thing where you can shoot it through there to see the.
Yeah, it looks like as long as the tint is like you can see
it's
the
completely.
tint stops.
Yeah, it's completely tinted.
It looks like the front windshield is. It almost looks like there's a secondary tint on it. But
It looks like it on the inside. If you look out, it's 100% tinted.
yeah, it looks.
So I pulled her over before, and she always is speeding or like driving crazy. So
I thought you said when you pulled her over, was it for speed or was it for tint?
I think it was for tint. Equipment. I heard him say equipment. And I guess he asked her if she had any like weapons or anything like that in the car, and
She went.
so yeah. I just told her, I was like, step out. It doesn't have to be this way. Just step out of the car. That's it. And then so she unlocked the car, and then we arrested her. Really? Doesn't sound like they wanted to fuck up. Well, I'm good. So. What's up, man?
What's going on?
The thing sounds like it's about to croak out.
Oh, shit.
It don't have much fuel in it, that's what it says. So that might
that's
be
what
why.
it is?
Yeah.
Y'all was driving the nice shit on E.
Yeah.
They see how much a fuel pump costs for one of these, they'll change it.
Yeah.
I tell them all the time. It was a female driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stop was legally airtight. Florida Statute 316.29 53 sets the minimum visible light transmittance at 28% for front side windows and 15% for rear windows. Tint meter readings on scene came back at 5 to 6% on the front and 3% on the rear. Every window failed the legal threshold by a substantial margin. There was no gray area. When the driver refused to answer whether she had weapons in the vehicle, that refusal was legally protected. Under the Fifth Amendment, citizens are not compelled to answer investigative questions during a traffic stop, and silence alone cannot constitute probable cause. On that narrow point, the driver was correct. The problem is, she applied that same logic where it simply does not hold. The moment the officer issued a direct command to exit the vehicle, the legal framework shifted entirely. Under Pennsylvania v. Mimms, 434 U.S. 1061977, officers have absolute authority to order any driver out of their vehicle during any lawful traffic stop. The Supreme Court described this as a de minimis intrusion weighed against officer safety. This ruling is nearly 50 years old, and it is not a debate you can win on the side of the road. The Fifth Amendment right to silence and the Mimms exit obligation are two completely separate legal categories. You can lawfully refuse to answer every investigative question an officer asks. You cannot lawfully refuse to step out of the vehicle when ordered to do so. Confusing those two things is what converted a $40 tint citation into a misdemeanor arrest. By refusing the exit command, the driver violated Florida Statute 843.02, resisting an officer without violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, carrying up to 1 year in county jail, and a $1,000 fine. All three statutory elements were present: a lawful duty being executed, the driver's knowledge of the officer's authority, and intentional noncompliance. The arrest was the direct legal consequence of that statute. There is a secondary issue that stands entirely on its own. The advisor on speakerphone told the officer captured clearly on bodycam, "If you violate her rights, we will shoot you." Florida Statute 836.12 enacted in 2020, criminalizes threats against law enforcement officers with intent to place them in reasonable fear of death or serious bodily harm. That statement is not protected speech. It is independent criminal exposure unrelated to the Tint stop. The same advisor claimed the officer's qualified immunity was in jeopardy. That was factually wrong. Under Harlow v. Fitzgerald, 457 U.S. 8001982. Qualified immunity shields officers from civil liability unless they violate clearly established rights a reasonable person would have known. The officer was acting squarely within a 1977 Supreme Court ruling. His qualified immunity was never implicated. The driver also failed to present her license upon demand, implicating Florida Statute 322.15. Carrying and exhibiting a driver's license during a lawful stop is a statutory requirement, not a choice. Driving is a regulated privilege, and identification obligations attached to that privilege are non-negotiable. The officer receives a B+. The stop, the exit command, and the arrest charge were all legally sound, and he maintained composure through an extended adversarial confrontation without escalating force. The one deduction: he never explicitly told the driver that refusing the exit command was itself a separate criminal offense. That one sentence, early in the stop, might have changed the outcome. The driver receives an F. She correctly exercised one right Fifth Amendment silence on the weapon question, then misapplied that logic to an obligation governed by an entirely different legal standard. A Tint citation carries a fine. Florida Statute 843.02 carries up to a year in jail. That gap was created entirely by a preventable legal misunderstanding. The phone advisor receives a D. Requesting a supervisor was the one procedurally sound piece of guidance. Everything else made the situation worse. Wrong advice on the exit command, a false claim about qualified immunity, and a recorded threat that created independent criminal exposure. Before closing, this encounter comes down to 5 practical takeaways, and these apply regardless of how you feel about any party involved. Lesson 1. The roadside is not a courtroom. If you believe a stop is unlawful, comply in the moment and challenge it before a judge. That path stays fully open, and it costs far less than a resisting charge. Lesson 2. The Fifth Amendment protects you from answering investigative questions. It does not protect you from obeying direct lawful commands. Those are 2 different rights. Knowing the line between them matters. Lesson 3. Pennsylvania v. Mimms applies in all 50 states. When an officer orders you out of the vehicle during a lawful stop, that order is legally mandatory. It is not a suggestion, and it is not negotiable. Lesson 4. Failing to present a driver's license upon demand during a lawful stop is an independent arrestable offense in Florida and most other jurisdictions. Identification requirements are not optional when operating a motor vehicle. Lesson 5. Legal advice from someone who is not present, not licensed, and not facing the consequences carries real risk, especially when that advice includes a recorded threat against a law enforcement officer. If there is an interaction or a legal topic you want us to break down, drop it in the comments. If this was useful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more.